So the last one is design a spacesuit. So I've picked a picture of a spacesuit there, and you can talk about what is space like. Space has a wide range of temperature, right? The lowest temperature in our galaxy is approximately minus 238 degrees Celsius. So a lot of times you'll see it written in Kelvin, but middle school students aren't really, I don't think, know what Kelvin is as much until you get to high school. The temperature of the moon itself, because it doesn't have an atmosphere, and most of the planets don't have an atmosphere, has a wide range, so that during the day it's about 115 degrees Celsius, and at night it's about minus 180 degrees Celsius. So that's such a wide range, and they know that that spacemen have walked on the moon, right? So how are they going to be protected against that wide range of temperature variation? So that's their job, is they're going to be designing a spacesuit for a spaceman or an astronaut, and they're going to use in the kit, there's a gnat that's flying, these cute little space worms. So this simulates, I'm going to do it here, this simulates a spaceman because it's full of fluid, and as we all know, we're full of fluid. So just like people, we want to be able to protect the fluid inside this space worm / astronaut, right? So in the kit comes a couple of thermometers. So the first thing you're going to do, you want to get a controlled temperature. So you're going to take, and you need to kind of just twist this so it doesn't break, and it actually will go right onto the thing. And then you would wait until the temperature was stable. We're not going to, this is a cooking kitchen show. We're just showing you what's available, right? So after you get that control, they write that down, and then they see if they can protect this guy under two different environments. One environment is a cold environment, and for the cold environment, you can take this, if you have a refrigerator handy, you can put it in a refrigerator for 5 minutes, or you could put it in a water bath, ice water bath, because these are actually waterproof. You could do that, and then take the temperature and see if it's changed over those 5 minutes. You're not going to take the thermometer and probably put it in there and put it in the refrigerator. You're going to take the temperature once it's done. The other environment that you want to test is, we said it gets really cold at night, but we said in the day it gets really hot. So what you're going to do is take this, put it into a, you can do it with a hairdryer for a few seconds, but the hairdryer will end up melting these if you're not careful. So you're not going to do it for very long, like 10 seconds. Or you can take it for 5 minutes and put it under a heat lamp, or even a lamp with an incandescent bulb, something like that that's going to heat something up, and then test it at the end as well. So their job as spacesuit design people, right, engineers, they're going to see how well they can insulate their little guy, right? So what I've done, I'm going to do it a couple of ways, but I did one here where I took some felt and some bubble wrap, and both those parts come in the kit. And you're going to do the same thing again, where you just kind of gently twist the thermometer and take your temperature, right? You can see it that way pretty easily, and then put it under the two conditions. Or you could do something like paper. Now, why am I picking paper, you say? Because the other part of this experiment is to, like I said with the clearing the water, the kit actually has each thing, so be tape, felt, bubble wrap. Paper doesn't come in the kit, but you can use it. There are things you can use. Styrofoam. And each piece of this has a price assigned to it. And so then they decide how much, they can only spend so much money on their design. And after they modify it, they can spend their what's left to modify it. And so paper is free. So some people might say, well, I'm not going to spend much money. I'm going to use just paper. So all that you do is you take your little guy or girl and you can do it however you want. In this case, I'm taking paper. I might take some tape. Tape it down, right? And now I can do the same things that I just talked about and test it that way. They're going to run into, if they put it in a water bath, it's, you know, it's going to be, get soggy, right? It's not going to be water resistant, and some things are going to be water resistant. They're going to find that it might retain, if this gets, the felt gets wet, it might retain, the water's going to work with a specific heat capacity to maybe keep it colder or warmer, and those are all things that they can figure out as they are experimenting. And again, it can be a competition. Who keeps it at the most normal temperature range with all of the groups? And they can work together. So many things that are wonderful.